guys. I have the song Once Upon a December from the Anastasia movie screaming through my mind, and it is wonderful and annoying because I don't remember all the lyrics. So, yeah, if I'm just randomly singing that, and I'll get into why it's running through my head in a minute, but first, um, something. Oh my god, why was it green? I am not gonna make this a common practice, but when it does happen, it'll happen um like this. So, I found a new monster flavor. By new, I mean new to me, something I haven't had before, and I want to try it on stream. So, it is the glare is astronomical. I can't do anything about it except maybe like this or something. Um This is the Murica flavor. Sorry. The strawberry lemonade. Now, the last time I tried a strawberry flavored monster, it was awful. So I'm hoping this isn't bad because I've had monster lemonade before and it was really good. So maybe the lemonade will save it. Who knows? But I yeah, this is Murica, fuck yeah. I mean, talk about they made George Washington. They made George Washington look like He-Man. Okay? You can't get any more Murica than that. Plus a star-spangled eagle wearing sunglasses and a hat and a monster truck. Like what the hell? I'm born and raised American and this is ridiculous even for me. But maybe the flavor tastes good. Who knows? So I'm gonna crack this. And then I promised my sister could have a sip, but she's making bubble tea right now, so I'm gonna have like 3 drinks on this desk. Hey, Gestrogen. Hi, welcome to the stream. Okay, the smell right off the bat is pretty basic. Can't tell what the color is right like immediately, but I think it's slightly pink. So, have a little bit of sippy. Cat hair is everywhere. Hold on. It's not bad. It's just not the best either. Like I said, their strawberry flavors with Monster is very mid, very hit or miss, mostly misses. But their lemonade is usually good. So the lemonade, I called it. The lemonade is saving this. The strawberry flavor is really holding it back because for some reason, this is really gonna date me. But do you guys remember those those scented erasers or those pencil toppers that were supposedly strawberry scented and were shaped like a strawberry that you would get at the like Scholastic book fair? That that smell but in your mouth. That's what the strawberry cream tasted like to me, and I'm getting a hint of that. Yeah, those. I'm getting that, but in my mouth. And it is not awesome. Now, that one was almost stuck. I'm gonna dive in again. Hold on. I see. They have this other flavor. Monster has this other flavor called Viking Berry, And that is fine. Viking berry is pretty good, but it's all a bit much all at once. And that's actually what this tastes like. Someone put a lemon in Viking berry and called it strawberry lemonade. So I am actually not very thrilled with that at all. I probably will not be drinking this. Then I'll just let my sister have that, and if she doesn't like it, then we'll let my mom try it, because sometimes my mom likes having berry flavored Monster. We're just gonna stick with old reliable black coffee. As a palate cleanser. Oh my god, I'm already feeling so much better. The problem is, though, the Monster always has just that right amount of energy to give me a little kick. Your mom drinks Monster, that feels wrong somehow. She doesn't drink Monster as much as we do. She'll just sometimes have a sip when my sister and I are drinking it, and then she's like, yeah, that's kind of nice. I'll have a little bit of that, a little cup at a time on occasion. Ugh, excuse me. But yeah, she's not as big of a Monster fan as my sister and I, but she definitely my stupid fidget cube. Hang on. She actually can get headaches if she has too much caffeine, and the amount her coffee is basically just hot chocolate with the tiniest shot of black coffee. She likes coffee flavored things, but not actual real coffee. And I see, I don't mind, because that means, hey, more for me. But it's kind of funny when she'll like be making a coffee and then I have to look away because she'll water down the coffee and then add chocolate and milk to it. And I'm like, oh no, 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 mom, no, why are you doing this? I'm not gonna, excuse me, I'm not gonna crack it open. However, when it just to prove that Monster can make good lemonade, their Ultra Blue Hawaiian is amazing. Their Pacific, was it Pacific lemonade? The one with the pirates on it. That one is also really good. So Monster can make lemonade. It's just apparently they can't do strawberry. So keep that in mind if you ever want to try a Monster. Also, if you if you're not sure about energy drinks, but you already like coffee, I highly suggest trying Monster's coffee flavors. Now, the Irish cream is definitely um it's very very Irish as you can see. And yeah, the Java Monsters are really good. Like if you're not sure about energy drinks but you already like coffee, and you want to dip your toe in a Monster, try the Java Monster, try the coffee flavors. They are really good, especially their salted caramel one. That one is the best. Their Mocha Loca is also really good. I would also suggest they have one called Mean Bean, and it's just vanilla bean flavored coffee. I would suggest it, but every time I drink it, I get the worst stomachache, and that bean is really mean when it. Anyway, Monster review out of the way. We're gonna get into this. The actual meat and two potatoes. Hang on, my webcam is freaking out. There we go. Oh, wait, actually. Hey, Tab? Give me 1 second, actually. She's making bubble tea, so she'll be here in a moment. Alright, what are we doing today? I honestly don't know. Not the talking to someone sprite. Yeah, I was design maxing. So, I'm just gonna get this out of the way. And address the elephant in the room. The reason why I haven't been streaming, like, all week, and pretty much all last week, too, I had family coming over, so, you know, was hanging out with them, and, you know, when I did have some alone time, I didn't feel like streaming, because I was already talking all day, and overstimulated, so I just didn't want to deal with that. But then, it seemed like the Grim Reaper went on a tirade this week. If you haven't heard the news, we lost a lot of good people this week. And that really sucks. Is that even the right color? That looks like that's the wrong color. Hang on. Oh, that's why, because I don't have an official ref sheet for this design. Oh, okay. Well, let's just use these. Tim Curry, right? Yeah. Because it was the wrong color. Dolly Parton, Tim Curry, and Peter Cullen. That was, like, what the fuck, right? It's just blow after blow after blow. And I was trying to be positive, because, you know, I don't know these people personally, and I don't want to get too parasocial. But, you know, it just seemed like it just couldn't have shit this week. And what little happiness I did have was just distracting me from the sadness and, you know, just the bad news, because it feels like all we get is bad news. But for once, this is bad news that could not be helped. This is good bad news, you know? Okay, in the weirdest way, this is good bad news because it isn't something that was anyone's fault. You know? This was the kind of bad news that makes everyone sad, and everyone can agree is a blow. Like, we all know. Yeah. Death is normal, it's gonna happen. Exactly. This isn't something that was anyone's fault. This wasn't because of corporate greed. This was just the passage of time and the limitations of our mortal flesh. It wasn't, you know, anything awful. Well, it was awful, but, you know, it was kind of... Honestly, it's kind of expected. I mean, Dolly and Tim were both in their 80s, and Peter was 85, so... It wasn't... It still hurt, man. I'm still very, very emotionally distraught, and that's why it says on the to-do list, don't cry, because it feels like all I've been doing all week is crying. Not just because of, Dolly and Peter. I say their first names as if I know them. I don't. And that's another tragedy, you know, I never got to know them. I would have loved to have at least met Peter Cullen. because I grew up with Transformers. I loved Optimus Prime. In fact, a lot of my middle school and junior high bullying was because I liked Transformers. Which is so stupid. Like, Transformers is the GOAT. Like, why are you bullying me for liking it? Bunch of sad individuals, I tell you. Well, who's crying now? Still me. Anyway. To make ourselves feel better, and to get back into the groove of streaming and coloring and doing art, because I haven't drawn anything all week. You look at my task list for this week, I ain't done diddly squat. Blank slate. Kaput. So, whoops. Now I'm gonna have the hiccups. So we're gonna, make ourselves feel better by drawing a giant woman. Well, in preparation for my latest and greatest project, our yearly animatic music video that I can already tell I've barely scratched the surface on the script for this project, and I can already tell it's going to kick me in the teeth in the best way possible. Like, it's gonna be so hard. It's gonna be overdone. It's gonna be overkill for a video that's going to get immediately demonetized. Immediately demonetized. I don't care. I will suffer for my art. Because my art is me. I could just redo the line art for this one, but I kind of want to just clean it up. Keep it rough, but clean it up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Right, yeah, okay, so for my normal main design, I got the nose, forehead markings, and the whites under the eye, but for the giant woman, the markings go under the feathers, the eye feather markings, to help them stand out a little bit. All I wanna do is see you turn into a giant woman, giant woman. All I wanna be is someone who gets to see a giant woman. Yeah, it's a Steven Universe reference. Didn't want to assume? Yeah, that's okay. Didn't want to make an ass out of you and Ming. Stupidest joke. Stupid odd joke, man. Still makes me laugh. Part about what I'm realizing. Part of self-care is being honest with your emotions, but just because you need to be honest with your emotions, that doesn't mean you can't be at least slightly delusional about yourself, you know? And what I mean by being delusional about yourself, I mean, I don't look like this at all. I am nowhere near this hot. Okay? And it's not just because, oh, furry. Yeah, well, yeah, no shit. You don't have eye feathers and tall ears and wings. But I. Oh, drinks! Drinks!
I would have put way more on, but, there's not enough for 3 people, apparently.
Oh, hey. I wanna. Okay.
It is still kind of hot, but.
Hold up, guys. Hold up. My sister made the bubble tea. This is, Yeah, this. I'm being careful. This is Thai, right?
Chai.
Chai tea. This is chai bubble tea with the, made a foamy cream cheese or whipped cream topping thing. Okay, I want you to try this.
Do you want to show off mine?
Oh yeah, I'll show off yours. And she made herself a bubble tea. She, because she's special, she got the butterfly chai tea. And that's the blue one that everyone thinks is so cool because when you put lemon juice in it, it turns purple. Like, that's how color. It turned pink?
Magenta.
Oh. A reddish hue.
You want to try it?
Okay, it's still really hot, man.
It doesn't feel like it's that hot in the straw, though.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give it a sip. I won't steal any of your bubbles.
You might steal some of my bubbles anyway.
Oh, that just tastes like regular...
Yeah, it's basically regular Thai tea. It's just blue instead of orange.
So what's the hubbabaloo?
The hubbabaloo is that it goes from blue to pink.
Hubbababoo-boo.
The foam was actually really good, though.
Yeah, I actually got some on my hands from the straw. Bubble tea. Especially warm. This is warm bubble tea. Nothing like it. Okay. Bro.
Okay, yes.
Try this.
I try. The strawberry lemonade.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, it's not great. It's
That's
not too,
strawberry lemonade.
it's not too great, is it?
Oh, you don't like it?
No.
Oh, this tastes like the strawberry lemonade I make myself with the lemon juice that's been squeezed.
No,
With
man.
strawberries. I'm going for a second.
Yeah, going for another.
Yeah, I don't mind those.
You don't mind that?
I don't mind it.
I was just telling Chat earlier. It's like,
It
Chat,
doesn't taste like strawberry.
you remember? Ted,
got
you
lemon.
remember the strawberry cream one that tasted like the scented erasers? I'm still getting that.
I wonder if that would turn this pink.
No, don't do that. It tastes like someone put lemon juice in a Viking berry and called it a day.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of that. I wanted actual lemonade because Monster can make real lemonade.
Can they?
I mean, yeah, the Pacific lemonade. The one with the pirates on it. And the Hawaiian punch. They can do punch.
I don't know why this isn't...
Well, you can have it.
Yeah, it's not... Well, I already have it.
You can have... Well, whatever. You can have the... America, fuck yeah. I will not.
Let me know when you open up the other one, because that one is really good.
Oh yeah, the Hawaiian one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What the fuck was I even talking about earlier? Oh yeah. I mean... Yeah, and I know sonas aren't meant to be, you know, you're meant to have fun with your sona, but in my little pea brain... Hi, Rosie. We're talking about self-love. And mental health and whatnot. My sister just coughed like something was trying to kill her. I always thought that a sona needed to be accurate, not only to the character, like to your character, but also represent you physically, because if it didn't do that, it was some sort of false advertising. Like, yeah, and I know that's whack to think of myself as a product to be advertised. I don't know. I have a lot of unresolved issues. So, to make a long fucking story short, just have fun with your sonas. It doesn't matter if you're not actually tall or busty or have amazing hair. Who cares? Draw if you want to be a giant woman. If it were you and you'd really like to be a giant woman, be a giant woman. Who cares? Just because I am short in real life doesn't mean my Sona can't be living my truth. What happened this week? Oh boy, okay. I mean, I did mention it, so I have to say it. I'm just really upset about... I'm still emotionally knocked out from hearing about Dolly Parton passing away, and Tim Curry, and Peter Cullen, like, all in the same week. In the same effing week. That's what's driving me up a wall. It was all in the same freaking week. It's getting really hot in here. Give me a second. It's still really hot. So yeah, just be happy. You deserve that much. And also, we are not just drawing Giant Woman, me as Giant Woman, because of happy brain goo, although that is a part of it. We are also I'm also preparing for drawing a particular design of my Sona for the upcoming animatic project I'm going to be working on. So we are treating this as practice. Oh my god. There we go. And I'll get into the, I'll show you guys the concept art that I've been working on in a minute. I just want to do this as like a little... This isn't really a warm-up sketch because warm-up sketches are actually just spirals and shit, but... It feels like everything has been happening, but also nothing happened. Having family visit me really... Don't get me wrong. I love my family. But they really take it out of me, man. having family over to visit, just having people over really takes it out of me. Now, going to visit family, whatever. Fun. Let's make a day of it. Road trip, road trip, road trip. Having family visit me in my house with what is she, 4? 5? My little niece, who's got like a bedtime and everything. It's like, alright, yep, don't talk about the economy. No cuss words. I've been very good. I've been very, very good. You probably can't tell just based on the, hearing me on stream, but I've been very good. I haven't cussed in front of my little niece. I'm so proud of myself. Oh. Oh, shoot, right. I didn't. Can't forget. Hold on, I'm gonna do those first. Where? Oh, I don't have it here. Hold up. Semi-related, going to your Giga homophobic Nan's house tomorrow. Not excited for that. Bless, man. Bless. You know, that kind of makes me think of... It has something to do with the song that I chose for this project. Now, I'm still on the fence on whether or not I should keep the song a secret, because sometimes I have tried to keep it a secret, and then when it was revealed, it was like, oh yay, this song. But at the same time, y'all are gonna figure out what song it is immediately, because when I'm working on it, because I kind of have to hum it, because I can't play it on stream, so I have to sing it to myself. Anyway. I don't want these to look like self-harm scars, because they're not. They're just stripes. And then when I draw my main Sona, I do, just the simple stripes. When it comes to the actual design, I kind of wanted it to be more like a gradient. Not a gradient, but like a mackerel type stripe. I don't think they were. I did think they were cut scars, not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't have self-harm scars, and I don't advocate for self-harm, but I mean, if you have them, I won't judge. I get it. But I don't want people to think, oh, she's got scars. It's like, no, they're not. They're just stripes, I swear. I'm depressed, but I'm not that. I'm sad, but I'm not that sad. And it's not having to do with sadness. Before I get too into that, it has nothing to do with sadness. Don't give me your sympathy in that regard. Give it to the actual people the real people who are actually suffering from that. Well, whatever. Even if it does kind of look like that, I don't know. Maybe it's themes, man. out so we can look at it. A boom. So the reason why earlier I mentioned having the song Once Upon a December from Anastasia stuck in my head is because for this animation, which, I mean, spoilers ahead, but if you're gonna be tuning in every week here on YouTube and mostly on Twitch, let's be honest, it's gonna be mostly on Twitch. I'm gonna close that. You're gonna be getting spoilers. So, some of the visuals that I have for, what is this, verse 2? What layer is this on? God dang it. Yeah, for verse 2, it is very reminiscent of this Anastasia poster, where she first walks into the palace and sings the song Once Upon a December, because god dang it, that is such a good song. And then I'm just sitting here staring at this, listening to the song, going like, dang it, should I just use this song? Should I just do Once Upon a December? But it's like, no, because that implies a different type of lore than what I want. The song I want to use is called Tender Remains. Not only because it is a dang good song, but B, Tender Remains has been, or was, the background music / channel theme song for the longest time. Until, you know, third-party copyright strikes came out of nowhere and just kicked me in the face. So, yeah. I just went through all the layers. Where are they? There we go. It's cool to see that kind of representation. Just don't see that kind of representation often. Oh, don't worry. I do have other characters that is, you know, their story is about enjoying life after. Just not this girly. Dancing bells, painted wings, things I almost remember. And a song someone sings once upon a December. Someone holds me safe and warm. Horses prance through a silver storm. Figures dancing gracefully across my memories. Oh, that song gives me goosebumps every time I hear it. Like, Anastasia is one of the most... She's a forgotten Disney princess, even though she's not technically a princess. But, like, god dang, that movie soundtrack. The feels. The feels, they punch. Figures dancing gracefully across my memories. Far away, long ago, burning dim as an ember. Then I don't remember the words there. things my heart yearns to remember. And a song someone sings. Once upon a December. I cannot sing that high. I am not a soprano. I am a tenor. A high tenor at most. Not quite an alto. Maybe I am an alto. I don't know. And I mean, the song Once Upon a December and the vibe I'm going for with Tender Remains have very, very similar vibes. But I don't want people to think of Anastasia and her story and what happened to her and infer that on this character. For a different character I have, absolutely think of Anastasia when looking at her. But not this girly. Mixy, mixy, mixy. It's funny, when I first watched Anastasia, like, years ago, I couldn't help but feel like the song Once Upon a December felt familiar to me, even though I'd never seen Anastasia before. I was like, oh, I don't think I've heard this song anywhere else. Why does this song feel familiar? Like I've heard this tune before, or at least the vibe of it. What are you reminding me of? I was generally getting kind of pissed off because I couldn't remember why it felt so familiar. And then it was like later after listening to it, it was like, oh my god. The song Once Upon a December, for some reason, really reminded me of the song from the Count de Monte Cristo musical, I Know Those Eyes / This Man Is Dead. And probably because it also happened in a ballroom, and it was about remembering something long lost. So that's probably where the vibes came in, but oh my goodness. I did not pay attention to the rest of the movie, basically, because I was sitting here like, where have I heard this before? What are you reminding me of? It was the Count of Monte Cristo. As usual, it's always the Count de Monte Cristo. It all comes back to the Count de Monte Cristo. One of my favorite musicals of all time. I know everyone loves Hamilton. But that musical is so wonderful. The movie, so important to me. The book, I dare not read it. I dare not even read the book. I heard that thing was over 1,000 pages long. It's like, huh? I'm brave, but I'm not that brave. Jesus. Just wanted to read it, but apparently it's gigantic. It is freaking huge. Like, the Bible is shorter. Say, alright. You know what? I'll just watch someone else review the movie. I mean, review the book, and then maybe I'll decide if it's worth it. So, thankfully, Overly Sarcastic Productions actually read the Count de Monte Cristo and say, oh, thank you. Now I don't have to do the work. And then after watching the movie, after watching her video, I was like, huh. The movie tells a completely different story. It's like you read my mind, you're not. Well, probably because we travel in the same algorithm circles. Except when it comes to memes, apparently. My God, my heart beats faster, and my mind is racing. Could it be that you've come back to life? I know those eyes following me, dark and familiar, deep as the sea. I know that face, strange though it seems, younger and kinder, it haunts all my dreams. How can you stand there, a whisper from me, and somehow be so far away? In eyes once familiar, a stranger I see, with so many words left to say. This man is dead, he is no more. He died a little each day. Like a thief, the chateau d'if has stolen him away. The mind plays tricks, you are confused. The man you seek is long gone, dead and cold. A story told by those he trusted, those he loved, and those who then moved on. Oh, thank you, thank you. Sometimes taking choir in high school is beneficial. Neither of us really ever be free. Alright, so her dress in canon used to be a pale whitish gray, but then spending so many years bound slash trapped on Earth, her dress has gone a little faded and gotten more than a few grass stains. So at this point, I don't know. Do I want to represent the change? I mean, she's already got the cuffs and the collar, which used to be her halo. Lore time. I almost... Here's what's really hanging me up with this project coming up. I do want to make it. Don't get me wrong. And I am excited for it. But I've just been so stressed and sad. I've been so busy crying these past few weeks. I don't think I can emotionally work on this music video that I know is going to make me cry, and hopefully it makes other people cry too. But at the same time, it's like, man, I'm so sick of crying. Why do the things I like either always scare me or make me cry? Do I need to think about something? Like the Count of Monte Cristo, bringing it back to what we were just talking about. I love that musical. It's so beautiful. It makes me cry. Like, why is that the de facto, indicator of a good, beautiful story to me if it makes me cry? It's not, is it really a beautiful love story if it doesn't make you cry? Strong emotions stuck in the moment, but the catharsis afterward. That's probably it, yeah. But I know working on this is gonna make me cry, because the last music video I worked on also made me cry. Like, there were certain... Like, I had genuinely considered not streaming a few... Like, working on a few bits of it off stream, because I knew I would just be crying, or at least on the verge of tears the whole time. And when I'm on the verge of tears or about to cry, I get really stuffed up and snotty. It's like, man, I don't like the way my voice sounds when I'm crying. So yeah. But it's the raw truth. It's authentic. So maybe people like it. I am a ghost. Chases traces of you. And though it's torturing me, could either of us really ever be free? How can you stand there, a whisper from me, and somehow be so far away? Why does the truth seem to want to be true? So much broken, so much damage. There are no words left to say. That movie, have you seen... Jester, have you seen the Monte Cristo movie? With what's his name? I've not. Oh my god. Oh my god. Count of Monte Cristo the movie. Now I mean, it's the movie is not a musical. The movie is not a musical, but it is loosely, I think it's kind of based on the musical because the story that they tell is completely different than the book. And I kind of prefer the movie, not gonna lie, because, I mean, you know, I'm a sucker for... I'm just a sap when it comes to love stories, and the Monte Cristo movie does make it a beautiful love story. Yes, it still keeps the revenge and how Edmond Dantes is so clever and crafty with his revenge, how he enacts it. It's just, oh, catharsis is so beautiful. Mwah. I love it. But then it also turns into a reunion, forgiveness, redemption story, and I'm just, oh, oh my god, it's so beautiful. Oh, she never stopped loving him. Ah, I'm just dead on the floor. Like, Mercedes is trying to... She's trying to reach back to Edmund, and he refuses to even look at her. And he says, no, do not deprive me of my hate. It's all I have. I'm just, ah, you idiot. She loves you. Yes, I am one of those people in the corner who's got the tissue box and the ice cream tin going like, How long is the movie? It's not long at all. It's like average, the average runtime of a film, like an hour and a half. I don't think it's any more than 2 hours. And if it is, I'm sorry. I have time blindness. But it's probably, like, a typical movie, hour and a half. They do drop a lot from the book. So, I mean, neither of us have read the book, but if you were hoping for, like, the whole convoluted revenge plots and then the one bit with that girl that travels with Edmund, she's not in it at all. But they do make it work. At least I think they do. I wish I could remember all of their, like, the actors' names, but, if I saw them in a lineup, I could point them out, but... I'm just completely blanking on the names. To die, to justify his pretty lies. Yeah, that whole subplot's not in the movie at all. How metallic-y do I want these to be? I know they're... I colored them like steel, but they're supposed to be silver. And silver is more... kind of like gold, so it's got some undertones. Especially if it's around, you know, rubbed off on places. Silver also turns... I like silver jewelry. I have one bracelet that actually is silver, and it turns my wrist green. You have permanent gray mark on your torso from your belt buckle. Forgot to color her fangs. There we go. I honestly don't know what this pose is. I kind of stole it off of Pinterest, like, when I was first conceptualizing and working on my sketchbook. I saw this one pose, and I was like, huh. I really like that. It can either look like they're falling or ascending, or doing both. I think it's cool. And it kind of looked like, it reminded me of the Hanged Man, but in reverse. It was like, ooh, could I work with that? Like, could that mean something thematically? But then I looked into the meaning of the Hanged Man, and I'm like, I mean, possibly, but then it would have to be, in order for it to mean the same thing, it'd have to be reversed. I mean, technically, this is the upright for the Hanged Man. And it still works, I think. They're vague enough they could literally mean anything. Well, it's contextual. It's whatever is in the context of which you are... It's, yeah. I'm trying to tread carefully on this topic. It's about context. So now, upside down, it looks weird because her hair isn't falling down. And You know, like her dress is defying gravity, but I think the gravity defying aspect of it is also cool. See, I can't decide. I can't decide whether it should be upright. Like this or this. Our thing, not sure what is some, yeah, the reverse. The reverse also has their own meaning because it's the regular card inverted. I haven't personally looked into what the reversals mean specifically for every card or for the major arcana, but I do know they all have a meaning and they all represent something. I mean, I haven't figured that out quite yet. I really like this pose. I don't know how I came up with it. I really like this pose. I also couldn't decide what hairstyle to do. Oh, that might be for something later here, but I haven't decided what the final shots are gonna be. Oop, that's a spoiler. Anyway, well, the coloring is done. I don't know what I'm gonna render it as, because I mean, I could do a reference to that. But I haven't decided yet. Anyway. I'm gonna be honest, guys, I really didn't have any plan for today's stream. I had an idea to work on this, but then it was like, what am I gonna work on? Aside from doing the concept art, which I hate doing on stream, because it's just a lot of staring. There. Oh my god. This is why I work in silence, man. I just came up with the not the perfect ending, because it's still gonna be really freaking sad, but a tie-in. I figured it out, how to tie in the ending to the beginning. Now I just have to script the stupid thing. The epiphany. Satori. The aha moment. And I won't say, because I like to keep some mystique, some mystery about the animated projects. I like when people get to guess at the lore. But then sometimes I don't like when people guess at the lore, because then they'll guess something and they're like, ooh, I'm so happy they're showing this type, that they're doing this. And I'm like, oh, what? Wait a minute. Hold on. Like what you said with the scars thing. It's like, I did not intend that at all. I'm sorry. I don't mean to deceive you guys. It's not that kind of representation. I just did a thing that I thought I looked cool. It doesn't mean anything. That one doesn't. Well, then what does it mean? I don't know. I mean, I do know, but if I say it out loud, it'll feel stupid. You didn't intend that? You must hate me, person. Hasawi! My tablet is lagging. That just means I'll finally get to use this one sketch pose that I've had in my is it in here? No, it's not. Okay, no. Oh, if you ever wanted to know what I'd look like, what my Sona would look like as a guy, there you go. Because for some reason, every time I design not every time I design a Sona, but a lot of the time, when I design a Sona, I also gender bend them. And it feels nice. No, I don't want to think about that any deeper. There you go. It was a gender bent rune. Now, the ears are supposed to be the same. I don't know why they turned out so jank this time. There we go. Sometimes I think it's funny when people gender bend a character and then completely change their personality. It's like, wait a minute, it's the same person, just different chromosomes. And yeah, I get, culturally that would mean something different, and depending on who how their upbringing would be, that would alter their personality a bit, but if you're still the same person, you're more than your genetics. So I feel like gender bending a character is just a fun design exercise, but when it comes to actual personality, maybe a few things would be different, unless, you know, Like, because I have this one character that part of his personality, whoops, that's the wrong layer. Part of his personality is that he will sometimes dress feminine or makes jokes about being feminine, and he thinks it's fine. He doesn't feel anything wrong or being ashamed about it, but the fact that it makes everyone else like, ugh, oh my god. He's like, what? What? What's the problem? Does this make you uncomfortable? He's like Bugs Bunny in a way. He's like OG Bugs Bunny. But on the other hand, I have done little thought exercises of like how different my life would be if I was a dude. And I realized if I was a dude, man, god, if I thought I got teased a lot as a chick, I would have been uber bullied as a dude. for completely different reasons, and maybe even not really the same reason. Instead of being bullied for being a girl who likes Transformers, I would have been bullied for a guy who likes Barbie movies and My Little Pony. But I would have found community with the bronies, so, you know, there's that. Yeah, I mean, oh my god. So flipping loud. Anyway. What I'm trying to get at here is, yes, gender expression and thought exercises on, like, how different a character would be if they were always that other, like, a different, I don't want to say the opposite gender, as a different chromosome and whatnot. That is an interesting thought exercise, but when people say, like, yeah, here's this character, they've had, let's just random example. They've had, like, a rough upbringing. Like, if they gender bent Leon from, oh, what's that game? Is it Resident Evil? With Leon, who makes all the stupid puns? Is that Resident Evil? Or, yeah, Resident Evil. If you gender bent Leon, and instead of him being, like, this rough and tumble cop guy that makes stupid puns and does useless backflips, if you gender bent Leon and made him like Leia, and she's like constantly fussing with her hair and doing makeup and saying, "Oh, I broke a nail. Ew. Ew, it's so gross. I'm not going in there. I'll get my shoes dirty." Like, that's just straight misogyny, and you need to reevaluate yourself. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not like, oh, I'm not talking about when people do, like, overt misogyny, but it's just, some of it, it's like, oh yeah, if I gender bent this character and now they suddenly dress pretty and feminine, even though, even as a dude, they don't even dress that, you know, they don't dress up. It's like, if you put gender bent Leon in a dress, it's like, no, even female Leon would absolutely not, I mean, he wouldn't wear a dress doing all that. I mean, he would probably rock it. It's not, don't get me wrong. Oh, that's because it's on a different layer. Okay. Leon is absolutely a parody of modern masculine values. Well, see, I don't know. I just a random character. I don't actually know Resident Evil lore or anything. It was probably a bad example. I just completely random. I just know I like what I like, and it has nothing to do with my gender. I like Transformers because it's a dang good franchise. I liked Steven Universe because it's a dang good song and a darn good story. I like My Little Pony for the same reason. It has nothing to do with me being a guy or a girl. So I know that part of me wouldn't change. I would probably still have been harassed for not being interested in sports, and I would have felt a tremendous amount of guilt. Especially growing up in a small school where, like, every single high schooler was kind of every high school guy was kind of required to join football or basketball or track because the school was so small. We needed every available person. Not to dox myself. So as a guy, I would have felt a lot more guilt for not being into sports. And I probably would have been forced into sports, because then if I wasn't playing every time the team lost, not because we were small or just anything like that, it would be somehow my fault. Anyway, something to think about. Like, man, if I was a dude, I would have so much guilt and be a little bit more traumatized. And perhaps a little bit gay, but who knows? Still would have been an unbearably shy nerd that got made fun of for stupid reasons, but the reasons would have been slightly different. I guess my one pride in my one, like, I know this for sure. If I was a dude, I would have had the best beard in the entire school because of my dad. My dad has just got his always huge beard. I threw my pen. Full beard. And if if that was hereditary or anything, based on how much facial hair I have now as a woman, as a man, I would have had the best beard in the entire school. So stupid. That would have saved you from the bullying. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe. Especially since I was in high school when The Hobbit came out. So if I had that full beard and The Hobbit came out, oh, the power I would have exuded. Also, being such a Lord of the Rings nerd, man, I would have cosplayed, or probably would have dressed up as, like, Boromir, or, like, Thorin, or something like that, given my nose. And given, being raised on, as, like, on Lord of the Rings, and Narnia, I probably would have had longer hair. Not quite as long as I have it now, but I definitely around high school and college, I definitely would have grown out my hair as a dude. Probably to be more shoulder length because, like, come on, guys with shoulder length hair look so good. Short hair is fine, but then it just gets the short hair on guys, or at least just short hair in general, it all becomes this. Hang on. Let's draw, like, the side of some dude's head. It all becomes this. No, not that. Like, it's all just a shaved undercut. Because I was looking up a bunch of guy hairstyles for a while to try to design some other guys, and I was like, it's all a shaved undercut. It is all a shaved undercut. Where is the variety? And then I saw, then watching, Lord of the Rings, and especially Prince Caspian. Oh my god, Prince Caspian and his hair. Legolas with the long hair. You can do more because there is more. But I mean, like, it just looks better. Can you imagine Jason Momoa with short hair? Picture that for a second. You can't, because it's illegal. Doesn't count. He doesn't have a personality. His entire Shut up! I hate that you're right! I hate that that live action Moana is having Dwayne Johnson when Jason Momoa was right there. Jason Momoa could have been Maui. Live action Maui. I mean, he already looks like him. Why use Dwayne Johnson? He doesn't look good with hair. He looks wrong. Also, Dwayne Johnson, like The Rock, doesn't quite have much of a personality either. He's great. He's got a great singing voice. But for the live action, please, 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 Disney, come to your senses. Hire someone else that actually looks like Maui. I mean, literally, Maui's personality is his hair. It's completely on brand. I'm just also imagining Jason Momoa with the giant fish hook. Especially when he was Aquaman and he's like, permission to come aboard. He's like, oh, shut up. Stop. I know it's a lot. The hair, the bod. When you're staring at a demigod. You will all be surprised to know I actually don't like that movie. Not just the live action. I hate Disney live action remakes. I think they're all dumb. But Moana was not one of my favorite Disney movies. It was very mediocre to me. I mean, sure, that whole bit with Te Kā at the end was beautiful. And the movie did make me cry. Alright, for this verse. How dare you? I've never seen it. Like, I haven't even seen Frozen 2. I refuse. I watched the first Frozen, I thought it was fine. Refused to watch the second one. Alright. So, okay, let's actually think about the logistics for this for a sec. In verse 1, she's a child. And I definitely want to have this scene where she curtsies to a statue. And since she's a child, her ear tufts, in air quotes. This was a different design. This was actually one of the original designs I was going to have for Rune. I was experimenting with different styles. Because I wanted to experiment with my art style a little bit, so I tried using different rendering and coloring techniques. Same with, like, illustration. So, because I wanted to have a look that was more, air quote, iconic. I don't know. I was going through a phase. It was a mental health thing. But then, somewhere in my sketchbook, this came about. I don't know where I added the wings. I think I just drew a character with wings in my sketchbook and thought, huh, I really like this. Why do I really like that? Oh no, I really like that. Oh shit. And then in adding wings, I added little eye feathers because of, you know, of course I did. Oh, I need to add this to this. Just to keep that in mind. Wings make any silhouette look good, and you can pose them in so many fun ways. Yeah, and I also really like drawing wings, so I thought, oh, this is perfect. Because, I mean, if we look at... Hang on. This silhouette. This is fine. I mean, not as exaggerated as it could be to show off the form and whatnot. This is fine. But then... we added this. With a little bit of this and that. And some of them. Mwah. Posing. Everybody pose. Now, granted, my Sona already passes the silhouette test just from the ears alone, and the hair shape that I've drawn for all of my Sonas basically hasn't changed for the past year. Love and enchantment, gold in the sun, high in the sky, and she closed her eyes in the moment. Is this a no, this is kind of telling the... I'm following the story of the song, Tender Remains, and the song Tender Remains kind of sings of the stages of a woman's life. How, as a child, you dream of... So you dream of angels and demons and all in between. You live in your castle and have your high fantasy life. You love your family, you know, typically. And it's just dancing in the sun. Bliss. But then when you get older, the verse literally says, kept her mouth shut and dreams like her family. Kept her mouth shut and dreams like... Tempered her memories and bowed to her betters, like lowly use me, memories escape me. Lowly spare me, use me, memories escape me. Bottom left is spoiler territory. But since I like you, you get to say it. Once a girl who dreamed of angels and demons and all in between. Lived in her castle of stone where her family dwelt in their courtyard and danced with the memories of love and enchantment. Gold in the sun. High in the sky, when she closed her eyes in a moment. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna tell the story, but I do have a general idea of the themes per verse and music break, but what physically happens, I'm not entirely sure. I think what really inspired this entire this entire project was this scene here of her waking up after a fire, basically covered in ash, looking up to the sky, being covered in rain, and just screaming. Just that visual, every time I hear this song or every time I thought about the next animation, this visual was always there. So trying to pick the perfect song to match this visual was really hard. So then eventually I settled on Tender Remains, and I think I can make it work. Now, the original ending of the song is supposed to be happy and hopeful. This one, there's still hope there, but you really, really have to look for it. Yeah. Hopefully, yeah. I've had this idea in my head for the past year, ever since I made the last animatic. I was thinking about what the next one would be, and I was, given what happened to me last year and early this year, I was like, you know what? I need some... My OC deserves a scream. So hopefully it actually looks good in the end, because if it turns out to look like shit, well then this whole year was for nothing. And we won't buy it. I'm capable. I know I can handle it. I mean, last year's animatic was the most I had ever done for a single video. It was like, the hardest part about that whole process was just the editing, and that's always been the hardest part for me. Because like the visuals I got down, the song I can pick them, the editing, whew. Lord have mercy. I originally actually wanted to use the song Is There Anybody Out There by Lord Huron. But that was before I designed this version of my Sona. I was like, maybe that'll be for something else, or maybe that'll just be a cool song that I like. Battles like lonely, sparring, memories escape me, lonely use me, memories escape me. Also, adding the wings to Rune's design was kind of inspired by the fact that the way I draw hair kind of looks like wings. Like, here's wings, and here's how I draw the hair. Her hair already looked like wings, so I thought, you know what, might as well just give her wings. Cat wings. Booyah. There's also extra meaning to this story. To the story I'm telling with this one, but I don't want to say it yet. Because I kind of want people to figure this one out on its own, and it's better if I tell you after the fact, so then you have the visuals to go along with it. I feel like I'm gonna be given homework. It's not too much. It's just I'm trying. I like the creative process. I enjoy the creative process so much, and I enjoy the puzzles and figuring things out on my own, and I enjoy story and being told and enjoying the story in the way it was meant to be told. So that's why I have a hard time telling people about the stories that I'm working on, because like it wasn't meant to just the story told was not meant to just be told over a coffee table. It was meant to be experienced. You're meant to go on the journey with the characters. What's the point of telling the story or writing the story at all if you're not going on that journey with them? So, a lot of context clues here and there. So when people say, "Oh, what are you working on?" We're working on the project. What's it about? You'll just have to wait. In the wise words of Gooseworks, you'll just have to wait and see. Good Lord, that woman is a lot more patient than I am. I would have not have survived. Love and enchantment. She closed her eyes in a moment. Another thing that I kind of want to do with this one, but I'm a little scared to do, because I really don't want to make the wrong impression, and I'm being purposefully vague here. Because I have another story that, by all means, is going to be about that, but not this one. That's the thing. You'll be happy for the representation, just not for this character. For my other characters, absolutely, all the livelong day. No, she should be facing the opposite direction. Yes. Be in the complete opposite pose of the final. Because they're completely opposite emotions. No, I didn't. You didn't see anything. Wait a minute. Should be lower. That's more canine-like. Well, we did something. I need to listen to the song again and actually get on the script because September is literally next Tuesday, and from then on it's going to be just stream on Twitch and on YouTube, of course. Except next Friday. Next Friday I also have family over again. So... I need to lock the fuck in. And I can't listen to the music while streaming because then this entire stream will get dinged. And I'd rather only have it happen to one video instead of the entire damn stream until all of my streams, which would be so annoying. Anyway. I know it's a little bit shorter than what I usually do, but I need a break and I need to figure this out story-wise because it is literally driving me crazy. But I just wanted to, you know, because I promise to stream every Friday on YouTube because I haven't been doing videos all that often, so, you know, content and all of the like and whatnot. So we will be coming back to this later, and hopefully it'll be a little bit more prepared and a little bit more directional, if only slightly. And we'll actually have good tasting monster with us. So fare thee well. Fare thee well. Whatever. I was just about to bitch about the heat again, but it's like, no, 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 no. Enough bad shit has happened. Stop focusing on the negativity. Constantly worrying is like worshipping the problem. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Bye-bye.